Hi ladies, happy Tuesday. Okay, listen, we have been together long enough that I think it's time for us to get out of the living room and go full on behind the scenes. I'm gonna share with you what a typical day in my life looks like, working from home, plus just a little tour of my house because I'd like to share it with you. Besides, we've never done that before, so let's do it. Before we get going, please let me know if you like videos like this. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and let's get going. Try not to be shocked, but I am not somebody who likes to sleep in. So my mornings always start at 6 o'clock at the very latest. I start the day as I always have with just a sense of gratitude. We live a couple blocks from the beach, so the first thing that I do is I look at the ocean, I look at the sunrise, and I just mentally say thank you for this life. I've done that for as long as I can remember. Right outside the master is our retreat area. This is where I am right now and where sometimes Oliver and I will watch movies or just hang out late at night before we go to bed. Instead of a sofa, we did 2 chaises, which is way more comfy. Like the rest of the house, we kept the colorways very soft, blues, grays, ivories, and I think it's just a really relaxing, nice room. We have 3 dogs, as you've probably seen in my video, Logan, Emma, and Molly. After getting the dogs up, the first thing that I do to get my day going is always my green juice. You guys have probably seen me talk about this before, but it's basically celery, kale, spinach, apple, banana, fresh squeezed lemon juice, pureed in a Vitamix, and I do this because it makes me feel good in the morning, and it's a way to flood my body with all sorts of good greens and antioxidants and vitamins. After that, I have an almond milk latte. This is the best purchase ever, you guys. This is the Miele espresso and latte machine. If you haven't seen it before, it's built into the wall and it will literally make any specialty coffee drink espresso that you want. You just hit the button, it pours the espresso, steams the milk, all into one nice little cup, bada bing, bada bang. I like to add chocolate nut pods. It's like a little non-dairy creamer. And I also just like adding a little squeeze of this monk fruit sweetener. They come in different flavors. This one's chocolate. I really like it. The next thing I do is I add this vegan collagen protect, which gives it just a little extra creaminess. Honestly, I really don't know if the collagen powder does any good, but I figure it's not gonna hurt me and I like the creaminess, so why not? From about 6:45 to 9 o'clock, I sit down on the sofa, I answer emails, I review any contracts that have come in, reply to comments and questions across my YouTube and my Instagram platforms. I source products that I think you might like for future videos. Next, I always get my workout in. So from 9:15 to about 10:30 is where I work out. I've never been a home gym person, but I will tell you, the minute that the pandemic hit, we had a home gym put into our house so fast it would make your head spin. I always start with about 30 minutes of cardio. I either do the gauntlet or the bike or both. Sometimes I do cardio HIIT training. It just depends what I'm in the mood for. And then always I finish it off with 45 minutes of good weightlifting. After working out, of course, I have to shower and get ready for the day. If I'm filming that day or I have a Zoom call or in-person meetings, of course, you know, I kind of have to do my hair and makeup full on. Otherwise, I'm in leggings, no makeup, and a ponytail. I mean, come on, right? This is our master bathroom that I'm showing you. I wanted it to look and feel like a high-end spa by the ocean, and I think she really hit the nail on the head. We did different variations of blues and turquoise glass tiles in soft waves to mimic the ocean, and it's just super relaxing. We did this gorgeous Italian tile in larger 4-foot slabs, an aromatherapy and cryotherapy steam shower. You choose the kind of aromatherapy you want pumped through the shower, and you can change the lighting, so it's like soft blues or pinks or lavenders, whatever you want. And finally, this amazing jacuzzi tub, with a heated headrest. Yes. And it really is like a spa. It's one of my favorite places in the house. Around 11, I'm ready to start the bulk of my day. This is usually filled with filming, editing, scripting, creating graphics, sourcing products, vetting, and testing products that I might want to bring to you. Early afternoons, about 1 to 3 o'clock, are usually set aside for meetings, whether it's a call, a Zoom, or an in-person meeting. Okay, so like I said, I actually do have an official office. I mean, it's really pretty. I furnished it all fancy, but I'm embarrassed to say, honestly, I never use it. I find that I'm much more comfortable sitting in the living room where I can have all the doors and windows open, the breeze is blowing through, the dogs can snuggle around me. It's just more comfortable for me, so that's where I sit. I usually end up eating lunch later in the day. I've started back with Sakara again because their service has improved significantly. For those who don't know, Sakara is an all-organic, plant-based meal delivery. Oliver gets lunches and dinners delivered. I get lunches. It's always something with tons of greens and healthy fat, so it just helps keep me energized and feeling good through the day. Lunch is without exception for me a working lunch, always. I've never been a hey, let's go to lunch person. I just start feeling like I'm wasting time and like I'm being lazy and like I have things to do. Call that my crazy brain. And then of course at some time during the day, I take the dogs for a walk. There's never really a set time. It's whenever my brain feels like it needs a break and some fresh air and just a little recharging. You ladies know what I'm talking about. We usually walk down to the water, get a little exercise, and then back home. Editing videos, you guys, it actually takes a long time if you do it right and don't just phone it in, which you know I don't. On average, it takes about 2 full days depending on how comprehensive the video is. So I will usually work until 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And yes, I do work weekends as well, although I'll be honest with you, I love what I do so much, I can't call it work. I really, truly enjoy it, and it's why I do what I do. I usually film for our Tuesday videos on Saturday or Sunday, just kind of depending on my mood. Oliver and I, of course, have dinner together, usually around 6 o'clock at night. And since San Diego, where we live, is always pretty darn nice, I gotta say, we usually have dinner outside, hang out, play music, and just kind of relax and recount the day. Our back area courtyard has an outdoor seating area, the dining table, a full kitchen with warming drawers, a fridge, an ice maker, and fully stocked dishes. So it really makes entertaining easy, and I'm glad that we put that in there. Okay guys, I've been asked a number of times if I decorated our home myself. The answer is yes and no. We bought this house about 7 years ago, and we used 3 interior designers to construct and design the whole home to kind of make it our own. I knew the style and the vibe and the aesthetic that I wanted, and so once I communicated that to them, they get to work on bringing you suggested color palettes, materials, finishes, furnishing options, all of that kind of good stuff. So basically they're doing all the legwork and pulling things together with different suggestions to give you all a springboard to work from for an amazing final product. Since we live on the coast, I wanted an upscale coastal theme with just a little bit of a wink of glamour. And the colors are soft blues, ivories, and grays. So it is really relaxing. The one mistake I did make, you guys, was letting the first designer talk me into a blue glass kitchen. I flipping hate it, which is exactly why you will rarely, if ever, see it. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, I just regret it. I will redo it at some point, but if you've ever had a kitchen remodel, you know what a pain in the ass it is, so you kind of have to be up for doing it. One of my absolute favorite elements is this white marble fireplace that I had done with this gorgeous linear fireplace with crystal rocks. You can choose the color that glows from the bottom of the crystal rocks. Blues, lavenders, greens, purples, reds, yellows, anything that you like. Finally, I'm not gonna bore you guys with all the guest rooms, just the one that seems to be everybody's favorite. I call it the shabby chic guest room. I don't know that it's really shabby chic, but for some reason I call it that. It's calming and it smells soft and fresh and powdery. I kept it clean with crisp white bedding, a soft blue-gray paint, this chic white leather ottoman with crystal pin tucks, and then we did a distressed gray armoire and a gray and white Berber rug. The bathroom I also wanted to be very spa-like with its gray and white marble, spa towels, and the painting just kind of brings it all together. Okay, ladies, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of the behind the scenes, and thank you for letting me give you a little mini tour of our abode. And until next time, y'all take care.